saw Thunder Horse, Tara, hello. And then you guys see Running Grow right here. So I just got Cody to start his own channel. You see Cody all the time if you follow the shorts at all. If you follow the shorts at all, where we're sitting probably looks familiar. Oh, you gotta turn it off. And I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Sorry, hold on. Rookie mistake. Okay. All right, sorry.
It's a little chilly out here.
Yes, it is very cold. It was too cold to ride today.
It's like
At least I said.
26 degrees or something like that.
So we are at the coffee shop where we do our shorts. Go figure.
High Rise Bakery, downtown Jeff City.
This place is awesome.
Yeah.
We've got our, as Lindsay would call it, our grass tea today.
Which is delicious. We kind of started with cortados. And then we went to cappuccinos. And now we're doing matchas because apparently it gives you a plateau. Instead of the spike, you get the plateau.
Yeah, so Justin, he's awesome. He was explaining the caffeine theory to us and the delivery systems and what was he saying? The poly.
I don't know.
He was getting very scientific with it, but he was explaining that with the matcha tea, you don't get the quick spike. You don't get as high of a high from the caffeine, but it lasts over a much longer, prolonged period. So we've been trying it, and it does.
I've been experimenting at home with a shot of espresso followed with a matcha. It's like you get the peak and then the long decline. It's good stuff.
So I like it. Yes, so too cold to ride? Yes. So I got on my bike, and actually Cody's saying no. I actually rode about 3/4 of a mile today, but I rode down the hill and started towards Cody's house, and it felt like razor blades hitting my face. So I turned around and rode back up the hill and went inside, and I actually, during Jacob's premiere earlier today, I was actually riding a bike the whole time. So I watched his premiere riding a bike.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about indoor riding.
Yeah.
And catch up on your Netflix
So
or your Chaos Diary.
yeah, it interrupted my watching of other shows. No, just kidding. So
Eric's also on the verge of 3,000 subscribers.
I am. I'm at like 2,994 subscribers. So
It's pretty wild to think, like, you're talking to an audience of 3,000 people.
it still doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I kid you not, we'll sit around at work at night, and like, so yesterday's short ended up getting like over 6,000 views. And we'll sit there and watch it, and we're just amazed by it. Like, I'm still in awe that people want to watch us carry coffee. But
It's just some stupid game we started playing.
yeah, and it worked. So we have fun with it. I'll put another short out today. I did record Cody carrying the coffees or the teas right before we started.
Yeah. No spill.
No spill today.
Yeah.
But so the reason I wanted to do a live today is really talking about goals. We're getting towards the end of 2022. So we set some goals at the beginning of the year and what we wanted to accomplish in broad terms. And just kind of update where we're at there and kind of start to look ahead to 2023 and what we want to do. I think goals are important. Like, it's been kind of weird. The last couple of weeks I have no race scheduled right now. So like trying to convince myself to train hard has been hard.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. It's a trap you typically don't want to fall into. You want to have something out there on the horizon to work towards.
So part of setting these goals now is beyond just the racing side of it, giving myself stuff that I need to work towards.
And hold yourself accountable.
And have 3,000 people hold me accountable.
Yeah.
So my goals for this year, the main goal is I wanted to cycle 5,000 miles. I have not yet reached my goal. However, should reach my goal. I think I'm at 4,630 or 50 right now. I'm doing about between 80 and 120 miles a week. So this week was kind of a low week. So far I'm at 88, but I'll get a couple rides in this weekend. So that should get me up above my 100 a week. And I should easily hit 5,000. Maybe even 5,300 probably. So I'm pretty excited by that.
That's year 2. That's a pretty big increase.
Last year was about 2,400. I think I was at 2,390 last year. So you go from 2,390 to go to 5,000 this year. It's a big jump. And then I'm going to look for the same jump next year, and my goal is going to be 7,500. Me and Cody talked about maybe 10,000, and I started to do the math on that. That's just...
And he's been flirting with the idea of running
Well, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
We're going to get to that. It's not flirting with, it's going to happen. It has to happen. I made a bet.
I don't set mileage goals for the year. But it does look like I'm about to have a 3,500 run and cycle. So dual 3,500s, which is pretty crazy. I haven't checked lately, but the thing I'm most proud of is the elevation. I spent so much time training on hills. So my vertical this year is ridiculous. Over 200,000 right now.
Okay, you've got a lot more. Well, and most of your goals were all around prepping for a base.
Yeah, and maybe I fell short of what I wanted to do there, but I think you gotta set your goals way out there.
Well, and some of my other goals were I wanted to complete the 3 races that I had entered. And as has been documented, I failed on all 3 accounts for various different reasons on all of it.
But there's a quote that I love by Winston Churchill, and it's that success is going from failure to failure without any loss of enthusiasm.
And so I haven't signed up for any races yet, but that first one that I failed on last year, I got 44 miles in, and my legs locked up. That was a nutrition, and that was completely a me issue.
Yeah, you started out with a you issue, and then like your physical ability, and then it went to mechanical with the chain, and then it went to
the great tire
flat apocalypse.
Which I'll have you know right now, my wheels are in the shop again.
We still haven't quite cracked the code on the tire situation.
But I actually had a defective tire, getting new ones soon.
Which I don't mind, 'cause he's on his old bike and I can keep up with him.
I hate my old bike. It's heavy and slow, and it's like you've got this 1980s car that your parents gave you, and it runs, but you hate it. And then you get a brand new sports car. Which one are you going to want to drive?
I miss the days of bench seats. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. I want to drive the sports car, but it doesn't want to work right now. Hey, there's James Pratt in here.
Hey, all right. Hey,
So
James.
that's a perfect segue. So James Pratt, he is our good buddy. Me and James are the ones that crewed Cody at Big's Backyard.
Amongst other races.
Amongst other races. So Cody has been trying to get James to run a 100-mile race for the entire year. And James would not commit to it. And somehow, me and my infinite wisdom made a deal with James that if James signed up for 4 for 30, which is a backyard style race like Big's,
2 weeks.
it's December 3rd. It's the one Cody won last year to get into Big's, and he's not running it this year. If James signed up for 4 for 30, I agreed that I would do one of these ultra marathons next year. So me and Cody were just talking like 2 days ago on the bike, like, hey, James hasn't signed up. I might be getting out of this. And later that day, James texted and said, all right, I'm doing 4 for 30. Are you guys in? So December 3rd, I will be in Camdenton, Missouri. I'll be crewing James at the 4 for 30. And then as part of that deal, I'm going to have to run. So part of it, those of you that know Turtle Boy, his mother, Rebecca, is also one of these crazy ultra runners. And James did a race near my house in October. I took Garrett down there, and Rebecca was running it, so I saw Rebecca. And then in her Facebook post, I just, said, it was great seeing you, awesome job. And she said, I can't wait to run it with you next year. And that's what got this whole going to run next year started.
I
So,
love it, man. I love it. Yeah, I'll be down there too.
so the diving world and the running world are conspiring against me, so I'm going to have to go run in October in Johnson City.
And I think a year from now, I'll be sitting here having a coffee, and he's going to be saying how much he loved running.
Maybe. So, so my goals going forward is that I haven't decided which one of those races I'm going to do. It's either a 6-hour, 12-hour, or 24-hour. I haven't decided which one I want to sign up for and do, but if I listen to Cody, somehow I'm going to get talked into the 24-hour, because Cody's all about just that. Cody has no in between. It's all or nothing with Cody. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something.
And then with the riding, I'm going to sign up for that race in Southern Illinois again. So that'll be in March.
What's that one called?
It is the Dirty South Roubaix, and it's 100K, not 100 mile or 100K, so 64 miles. And gonna crush that one. That's
Redemption.
yeah, the Revenge Tour.
What else?
I'm gonna try to get into
Unbound?
Onbound again. That's a lottery system in January, so in January I'll know if I got in. That'd be June. I do the 100 miles again there. Again, a Revenge Tour. The Bentonville one, I don't know if I'm going to sign up for that one or not. I'm going to sign up for some smaller, more local races. Some out of Kansas City. There's one in Herman that I want to do.
Some team races.
We're definitely, so James is part of this team as well, but we found some relay races that are 200-mile relay gravel races. One of them's going from Colorado to Utah. There's one in Bentonville, and there's one in Iowa that I want to do. So those are different. Those aren't relay, but you get a 3-person team, and every checkpoint you have to leave the checkpoint with your team. So it doesn't matter if you get there faster than the guys you're riding with. You have to wait until your team gets there to be able to leave together. So James doesn't know it yet, but we're signing up for some of those too.
Yeah, I think we need to come up with some of our own adventures.
I think so.
Incorporate the things we like the most. Which is
Coffee and beer.
coffee, beer, running, cycling. Who knows? Maybe come up with some sort of crazy new adventure.
We were debating trying to do a tour to Quick Stop or Quick Trip
Quick trip, yeah.
and just ride from Quick Trip to Quick Trip.
Something about a tall boy, a bag of Lay's, and a gas station hot dog. Just there's something romantic about it.
Moto. All right, Moto. So you say if I was in shape, I'd run, but I'm not in shape. I am in shape. I don't say this to be a smart butt at all. I was the exact same way less than 2 years ago.
80 pounds so far.
Yeah. March of 2021, I was 300 pounds, or 298 pounds. So I just started small, and that's where I started riding a bike. And Cody forced, the first day we did 13 miles, and I thought Cody was trying to kill me.
I wasn't trying to kill him.
No, not at all. But at that point in time, it sure felt like it. We did this not little hill, it's a decent hill. It took me forever, and I had to stop twice on the way up that hill just to make it up. Now we ride up that hill in 2 minutes.
4 years ago, I couldn't run a mile. Now I run 200 in 48 hours. My wife just finished, she just made 200 days straight of run streaking, which is run at least a mile a day.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
That's an awesome street. Tara is asking, how did I meet Rebecca and Turtle Boy? Mermet Springs. I met them down at Mermet Springs met him through Jacob down there when I was getting trained to dive. And then Turtle Boy is he's an amazing kid. And obviously meeting him, met Rebecca, and now she's trying to make me run. Okay, I think, I don't know if we need anything. We're only an hour away. We're just up in Jeff City, so we're not too far. It's pretty easy for us to bring everything we need. I'll keep that in mind. Ragbri, Jody? I don't know about Ragbri yet. It's not that I'm not interested in it, but getting a week off to just ride through Iowa would be an awesome party. But it's not really on my list of things yet. I'm sure one day I'll want to do Ragbri.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Lindsay, that is not an excuse that you did not get the notification because I sent you a text message. Cody's turning his eyes. I had to sit here and listen to his argument yesterday at this exact same table. I love her. She's awesome. Indoor dining and indoor sports, yeah, but it makes you tougher. It's really not that cold sitting here, a little bit. But.
Yeah, it wears on you in January, February.
So that's kind of my goals. What are your goals this year? I mean, there's a lot up in the air that we're not going to get into, just work and personal wise, but
yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. So I haven't. Still working out the details, but I know I'm going to do some stuff. I just need to get some things worked out first.
Oh, I have another goal. I want to make you faster.
I'm pretty fast.
We're gonna increase our average speed a little bit riding the bike.
On the bicycle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. Just like 15 miles an hour.
I might have to get clipless or go clipless. Yeah. I don't know, this recovery from 200's been a little turbulent. Make a little progress and then a few steps back, so it's not quite what I'm used to. But I've been using time working the garden. Yeah, some other little projects.
So that's the thing is, in mid-October, Cody ran 200 miles in 2 days, and he's got a really good poker face. So most people don't realize how much damage he probably did to his body just to get through the last 50 miles of that.
Yeah. Like once you're already tearing stuff, another 13 hours on those injuries. Yeah. I have a good poker face, but I want to do something big. I just haven't quite nailed down what it is. I got several ideas. I'm not quite sure what my schedule is. My wife and I want to go on a trip to Spain for our anniversary. So we went for our 10-year anniversary and walked a portion of the Camino Portuguese into Santiago. If you never heard of it, the Camino de Santiago is amazing.
I know your goal, Lindsay, and you're not going to meet your goal. We already have 2 dogs. We don't need a corgi. Sorry for interrupting.
No, that's all right.
I want to go back to Spain again too. I need to get Ninja with me next time. Let's see. Question: where's my coffee? Probably in your Keurig, Jacob. Which I know that you're in my driveway right now. And if your Keurig doesn't work, there's one inside that does. You're not manifesting it into reality. So I haven't set a mile goal for running yet. I don't know how much I need to run to get to work. I'm really thinking I'm going to try for this 12-hour run.
Well, I think it's all about establishing habits, and I think you need to think on a smaller scale than a year. You need to think on a week weekly mileage goal. So I don't know what that number is. If it's 15, 20, you start.
I think maybe right now it's just 10.
Start at 10 and then add a mile every week. I think that's reasonable.
Then I do what I have to do.
Maybe you peak out at 40 or something.
Because right now, like, I probably run, what, like 4 miles a week?
Yeah, that's not enough.
Well, I know that's not nearly enough.
Okay.
And I usually do it like a mile at a time.
Eric was saying I need to start a running coaching business, and I was like, my advice would be you just run 9 miles a day every day. Maybe you ride your bike a little, lift weights, like, know what to tell you.
Lindsay said, you just got the email for Dirty South? Good, I need to get signed up for it. I thought registration doesn't open until the 27th, but I'm not sure. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff to sign up for. I don't know, we'll see.
I do have one goal, and that would be to go back to Bigs in 2024.
And then I guess your goal is you're going to go win
If it's
4 for 30 next year.
Hopefully it's a silver ticket. I'll go defend my previous title.
Sorry, James. So, James, I'm kind of nervous and excited for 2 weeks from now. I guess 2 weeks from tomorrow. For James, it's already going to be December. For James running his 4 for 30, the longest he's run is 70 miles in a race, which is ridiculously far. Don't get me wrong, but seeing how James handled things, and it's just going to be different. Like, I've only ever crewed for Cody, so I know how to deal with Cody.
I know I'm going to have a glass of ice water.
Every lap there will be a glass of ice water. I'm just reading these. I have my battery. I guess I don't know. I have a battery. It's just not turned on. Jacob is commenting, last year for Christmas, Jacob got me this jacket, and it's one of the Milwaukee heated jackets. It's not on right now, which is probably not smart on my part.
I had that on when I passed out.
Yeah, you did. So
It's warm.
well, so with the runners, so Cody's running, he's super warm the entire time. Like
Yeah, it's like your body has a force field.
like I'm freezing and I'm in like heated jacket, everything cold,
And
bundled up.
I was like shirtless for a while.
Yeah, he's like shirtless or shorts and a t-shirt running
Yeah.
through the middle of the night. But then as soon as he stops running, he just ran 200 miles. His body's depleted of everything. So like within a couple of minutes of stopping, all of a sudden he loses the ability to regulate his temperature. He's not generating that heat anymore, and he just becomes like freezing cold. So as soon as he stopped, I took the jacket off, turned the heater on, put it on him, wrapped a blanket over him, a couple of blankets.
Still shivering.
Still shivering. Made you go sit by the fire.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing you've seen. I, as a veteran, I don't mean this as a disrespect to veterans in any way, but seeing the wounded warriors over by the fire, like all the guys that
Sharing their horror stories.
went through the race and had to drop out for various injuries, all by the fire. How do you get in touch with me? Just send me a message. I have my email on my Facebook. Or I have my email in here. You can message me on Facebook, whatever. My phone froze. It said it was unable to connect. Let's see if this will turn up. There it goes. All right, now my heated jacket's on. Yeah, PK, it's a little cold right now, but I guess I have a dry suit. I'll probably go dive New Year's Day again in Burn Mountain. That's going to become a tradition. I think we do it every year. That's really the main goal. Is running, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to prepare for this race. Like you said, I'm just going to start running and get to 10 miles a week, 15, work on that. Riding, I want to get to 7,500 miles. I didn't. There was no strategically ignoring. The answer's no on Corgi. No. The only way she's getting a Corgi is Jacob can get a Corgi and it can live in the RV, but it's not living at my house. Sorry for the noise. We are on a downtown street. We're right down the street from the Capitol. What else? That's really all I have to say. Do you guys have any questions?
Oh yeah.
Oh, James. James is going to do Unbound next year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's talking about another race. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it or not.
Are we allowed to say it, James?
It is a sweet race though.
What did I end up with this year mile-wise, Lindsay? Well, I'm not done yet, but I'm at about 46.50 right now. Not my problem.
Oh, James is talking about the Ozark Trail 100. It's a pretty rad race. It's old school. It's a point-to-point on the Ozark Trail in southeast Missouri. It's super cool. It's like Halloween weekend. Anyway, he's paced it like 3 times now or something. And, it is time to throw in my man.
Let's do it.
It's a rad buckle too. And if you know, most of the 100-milers give belt buckles. It's a tradition going back to the western states where a guy, he entered the race with, it was a horse race, and his horse went lame the week before, so he just ran it instead. And he got the buckle for being under 24 hours. So that kind of started the whole belt buckle craze. Anyway, I got a bunch of buckles. They're pretty cool. I wear them to like weddings and stuff, and people are like, "What the heck? Why is this guy wearing a belt buckle and a bow tie?"
You get some crazy with things. This Corgi thing.
I think we need to wrap it up.
Yeah, it's getting cold.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and tell somebody you love them.
And as always, just get a little bit better every day. Whatever it is, just a little bit better. It's all it takes. Moto, looking at you. Just a little bit better.
Heck yeah.
It starts small.
Steel sharpens steel.
Beer sharpens beer.
Yeah. Cheers.
You guys have a good one.